without a doubt. Tonight, listen, guys, I've been up all day. I've been studying, creating. We're going to go over Connect the Dots Part 82. Plenty to talk about today. And then we'll go into some pop culture stuff at the end. But for the most part, what I've been doing all day is I've been doing all the homework that I wanted to do on Nvidia, on Supermicro computers, on Ablecom. I'm already gone because my mind, I go from like company to company to company. But we're gonna go over the whole thing. We're gonna go over every last inch, and I'm gonna explain to you why I feel we're in an AI bubble. Couple of things. I follow history. I study a lot about what happened during the dot-com bubble versus what's happening now. You know, I grew up in the dot-com bubble. A lot of you guys did. We grew up in our homes where we didn't have internet. And then what was a luxury became a necessity, the PC. And it triggered because I saw a picture. I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was in the Discord or if it was on Facebook or somewhere. I saw a picture and it was a desk custom built for a PC. And they had even a shelf for a printer. It had the monitor. It had, your tower, your keyboard, your mouse. It had everything. And so every family put so much respect on having that computer. And by doing it that way, America basically put it out there that .com was the way to go. And that .com bubble resulted in a lot of things. You saw all the .com, it wasn't called e-commerce then because there was no value. There was no profits. You see, here's what people found out. You can make a website, guys. You can make any website. You can't monetize on it. There's no monetization to happen just yet. The infrastructure is being built of the internet. You had numerous companies laying out fiber optics around the world, i.e., it's like paving roads. You can make all the roads you want. You can do all of the charging stations you want. You don't have the vehicle. What came first, the egg or the hen? And in this case, for AI, they're trying to put the whole infrastructure on the back of several companies and debt. And just like the dot-com bubble, when they were laying out fiber optics and they were telling you they have this new service, there were some winners, a la Mark Cuban, and then there were some losers. The losers, well, what did they do? They stretched themselves short on debt. They were cash ridden. They just took away the cash. They were looking in the coffers for money, and there was no money to borrow because no banks wanted to give you anything. At the time, the head of the Fed was Alan Greenspan, and Alan Greenspan increased the Fed rate during the bubble. He made sure they couldn't recover off of this. And I'm telling you now, the next step is increasing rates after they've been lowering them for the last 6 months. But they raised them the highest they've ever been raised in the last 2 years. The acceleration of Fed rates went from 0% all the way to 5.5 in 18 months. And nothing has popped and nothing has crumbled. Or maybe some things have, but they got saved, like regional banks in 2023. I speak on this because, from experience, there was a small communications company in 1999, 2000, 2001, that time frame. It was called Quest. I want to say Quest Technologies. It was just called Quest from what I know. QWEST, Quest. And they had a guy by the name of Joe. And I don't know how to say his last name, and I wouldn't try to say his last name. It's like Nachio, or Joe Nachio, whatever. And I remember the headline was he got arrested. He got arrested because he refused to give the NSA the authority to eavesdrop on communications from his company. Now, what did they try him for? They tried him for insider trading, guys. Via the dot-com bubble, what happened was, and this is like why it makes sense today, what's going on with Nvidia and Supermicro and everything. I'll explain, okay? Because back then, I had a top secret clearance. My brother has a top secret clearance via the military. And it used to be like the talk of the town. Like, oh yeah, they spent $100,000 to get a top secret clearance on you. What are you doing for work? Like, what do you do in the military? That type deal, right? So initially I had a secret clearance, right? So Rico, I'll never forget, getting the phone calls that you go, like they talk to your teachers, they talk to, all your references, anybody, your ex-boss, they're talking like, hey, you trying to get this clearance? I'm like, I don't know, my job even needs it. So I get a secret clearance, right? Rico gets, don't ever let me misspeak. I had a secret clearance. Rico had a top secret clearance. Big difference. Rico works NSA. He's Pentagon, all that crazy stuff. He's military intelligence. I was an MP, military police, capital investigator, child abuse for invention interrogation. Who cares? But when you get a secret clearance or a top secret clearance and you're a CEO, you actually run these companies, it's a good thing and a bad thing. I want people to know this. Because when you're getting questioned on the Hill, there's certain laws, there's certain protections where you can't answer. You're not allowed to. They'll be like, hey, we want to ask you this question. And you can't give them a reason of why you won't do it. The vindication might be later on. It might be in WikiLeaks, or it might be in Edward Snowden, coming out with some videos and some clips years later, but that's not going to fix what's happening at the moment. And we're talking about before 9/11. Then 9/11 happened. So when you go and look up Joe Nacciono, whatever his name is, Nicolio, I can't remember his last name, but he was the CEO of Quest. He went to prison for 4.5 years, guys. And it wasn't because he was committing securities fraud is what they charged him for. It was because he didn't give the NSA what they wanted. Here's how it works out. He sold some shares. He sold some shares of his company knowing they weren't going to get the government contracts any longer. Because the threat was, if you don't give us access to your servers and your communications and your data, we're going to go ahead and cut off these contracts with you, these military contracts. He said, whatever. He sold his shares. He thought he was doing something he could do. And it backfired on him, because when he went out there to the table to say, hey, the government told me that they weren't going to give me these contracts because I didn't give them this, he couldn't say anything. It was top secret. Not allowed to. He did 4.5 years in prison. Real talk. For insider trading, guys. Securities fraud. Dot-com bubble ruined a lot of companies. Ruined a lot of people. But he knew he wasn't getting those contracts. And he sold his shares at the peak of it. And that made me think. I was like remembering, listening, thinking, didn't the CEO of Nvidia just sell off $1 billion worth of shares? Like, I follow money. I don't follow ideas of like, maybe he's just taking profits this year. Maybe they're at the peak of it all. No. If you're a company and you've already told the world it's going to increase in sales and profits 20% for the next year, he already said they're going to spend over $5 trillion in AI infrastructure. And all I've ever said is, who's going to spend it? So I actually had to go do the homework. Don't worry, guys. I did it for you. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Let's watch it.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertold, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back, and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or Superposition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz.
That's right, baby. I'm back. Now, I made myself smaller on the screen. I get that, and that's okay. because I want to show you this PowerPoint presentation. Just real quick, if you're over here on TikTok, I apologize. You won't ever see the PowerPoint presentation because I'm live on YouTube. So there you go. Okay. So anyway, back to what we're looking at. Okay. It was Quest Diagnostics. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Joe Nachio or whatever his name was. But it triggered my brain, right? Selling shares at the top because you had the information that you weren't going to get that contract again, and or the profits were going to come the way they were. The stock was going to crash. And that reminds me of what Nvidia's been doing for the last, 6 months. But let's go ahead and talk on it in a different way. I made this this whole graph here. Everything you see here, bros, yeah, I'm out here drawing shit. Okay, you think it just happens? Do you even know what you have to do to make a screen like this? You know how many little arrows you got to make and go get the logos and get the, man. My wife's over here. My wife made the best breakfast I've ever had. And it was just potatoes and eggs with some toast. I swear to you, her eggs are different. My God, over easy, 3 over easy eggs with potatoes and then the toast. Oh my God. I was like, babe, are you serious? And then I had ceviche for breakfast. Ceviche, I swear to you. And it was just mayo, tapatio, and great. I mean, I live a different life. God, thank you. Okay, my flex is what I get to eat every day. That's my flex. You guys can flash the keys and show your Mercedes and all that. It's not me. Not me. I got that. Okay, let's talk about this PowerPoint presentation we're going to go over. I got to get to the first page on you guys real quick. So, bam. All right, are we ready? I just want to make sure you guys can see everything. Okay, we can. Now, while I go over this PowerPoint presentation, please be advised, I cannot read the chat. I'm going to be paying attention to the slides and what we're going over, but I won't be reading the chat that you write, so I apologize if I don't answer any questions. But at the end, I will go ahead and review the chat, see if there's any questions I missed, okay? Now, do I believe we're in a bubble? Absolutely. I think we're in an AI bubble. And the things that give away an AI bubble is, can you sustain the cash burn from a downfall of the market itself, a correction? If there is a correction at any time, you're going to have a huge problem. And we already have the problem. I'm going to explain the problem, and we're going to go over it. Right now, you're buying artificial intelligence. And that is actually standing for artificial results and sales and revenue. There is no return on your investment into AI right now. And you can't monetize it. There's a reason why, though. There really is. I'm going to show you. Return on investment error. Are we there yet? We're not there yet. We're almost into that chapter, but right now they're building infrastructure. And right now the infrastructure is listed as CapEx expense, okay? Capital expenditures on 2024 for AI investments, and these are the top companies and what they put into AI. Now you'll see Tesla. You won't see Apple. Apple's a little different. Apple actually wants to buy Nvidia and or partner with Nvidia or buy something else with Nvidia. Partner up. I believe it was like OpenAI or one of these other companies. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. These are the companies that are the competition of Nvidia and their biggest investors and customers this year. So when you see Nvidia posting massive amounts of earnings potential, they say it's revenue. They front load these contracts. This is Tesla, this is Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, Google, and Oracle. And they're spending $60 billion just on AI infrastructure. Let me tell you something about all of these guys. $60 billion, 55, 40, 50, 70, and 11. The trickiest part about this, Oracle already estimated they're going to do double, 14 next year. Google, keep status quo, 50. Meta, 40. Microsoft, 55. Amazon, 60. 4 of these, they actually are the competition to Nvidia. They already have a similar product to the GPUs but remember, there's servers out there too. That's another component. The data centers are one thing. The chips are one thing. But these data centers, that's the Supermicro computer structure. Those are the guys who are actually building them, building the chassis, and they're taking Nvidia chips, putting it into their product, and then that's what they're renting out to you. But the collateral for their value is chips that are outdated after 6 months. They all have to buy more inventory. What do you do with old computer components? Anyone here, what do you do with it? You recycle them? You throw them away? You use them as ashtrays? What do you do? Because I can't even buy a television without knowing that in 1 year from now, there's a better one for cheaper. This is AI's problem. This is Nvidia's problem. These guys built the infrastructure of artificial intelligence during an inflationary period where interest rates are sky high through the roof. You have carried interest that you can't pay. We're going to talk cash burn. We're going to talk cash versus debt. Don't worry, I did the homework for you. Cash versus debt on Amazon. At one point, Amazon was only down around $20 billion in 2019 and 2020. This is the cost of doing business when inflation is sky high and interests are that high. You're already at $100 billion negative. Negative $70 billion on cash versus debt. For all of these so-called blue chip companies, none of them can compete with themselves. They're all upside down. They don't have the cash. What they're buying is obsolete. But what they're really doing, they're setting themselves up for failure moving forward. Certainly at this cash burn, they can't afford it. Nvidia didn't quadruple its value until 2022. Well, what do you think quadrupled its value in 2022? Everybody's cash burn. Everybody. And they're telling me these are blue chips. These are the companies I want to buy into. Here's the problem. Supermicro computers did the same thing. It's just a little tricky. We'll go to Microsoft. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not just the darlings. Maybe it's not just, Amazon. Hey, Amazon could have a cash burn for numerous reasons. Okay, I'll play stupid. Let's go ahead and watch Microsoft. Microsoft's upside down $20 billion. They were positive $55 billion. That's a $75 billion swing. On cash. Cash versus debt. Meta went from $50 billion all the way down to 21. They've lost more than half their cash. Where did it go? Where did they put it? What's the cash burn? What does it cost you to do business with Nvidia? And here's Google. Direct competition, right? Alphabet soup. Listen, they were at $115 billion cash in the positive coming out of 2021. They're now at 63, almost half their cash. I'm telling you, how long do you think any of these guys can hang on? This is what happened during the dot-com bubble. You had all of these companies, Cisco Systems, you know what they are. We've talked about it. And I don't care if it's I don't care if it's Yahoo, AOL, doesn't matter. They couldn't monetize. Do you know how many of these dot-com, I'm serious, I was there. I watched the Super Bowl. How many commercials came on for dot-coms during the 2000s? They were all spending $3,000 a video. GoDaddy.com. I was having to see monkeys telling me that there's going to be a job at Career Builder. Monster. All of them had commercials. All of them were spending money to keep up to try to monetize on something. But the monetization isn't in the products, right? It's not there, guys. Remember when I told you I used to sell recruitment advertising? I sold it nationally. Selling contracts. I did all this stuff for Career Builder. And I would tell myself, how much does this cost? $500 a month? Why? Why does this digital page on the web cost $500? I couldn't understand it myself. I couldn't find out why it's worth something. Because there's no ink, there's no printer paper, there's no delivery. It's just a website that I built by typing in on a template, and boom, it's there for 30 days. It's live. But that's worth $500? Where did that price come from? But look today. You want to post a job today? It's free. You want to apply for a job today? It's completely free. Costs you nothing. Costs you nothing. Indeed.com. Go ahead and post your resume. You'll get a job. I'm going to tell you guys. They have found a way after 20 years of playing around the internet, 30 years of playing with the internet, they found a way to monetize it, but beyond just here's the value, here's the price, and here's what you give me. All of these guys are basically Neanderthals in the AI industry. They literally are overpaying. We're giving value to a market, to the S&P 500, to the whole damn world. We're giving value based off of money spent. You cannot give me value for something that I'm throwing away. I'm buying AI chips that are irrelevant 1 year later. And people are leveraging that inventory. They're leveraging the footprint. What's your value? You guys don't think it's leverage? How about this? CoreWeave, privately traded company, right? They're not even traded. They're a privately owned company. And all the people putting money into it, Blackstone, BlackRock, you name it, the big boys out there, $7.5 billion debt equity agreement. You're going to tell me we're putting $7.5 billion on CoreWeave, and what's the product? AI has how many companies right now that are just, you know what, guys? Watch this. It's okay. Blank page, right? Let's go to the page that's real. Let's go to the page real. Let's see. AI. Nvidia, Palantir, Arista, MicroStrategy, SoundHound, C3, ARM, Palo Alto, CrowdStrike, GuardForce, Poet Technologies, Micron, TSMC, Supermicro, ASML. Oh no, where did I name Tesla? Google? No, I'm naming every other Tom, Dick, and Harry stock. Which ones survive? Which ones thrive? Which ones lie? That's the problem with AI. Seeing all my things here. Don't worry. It gets better. Hey guys, we're nowhere near done. We're nowhere near done tonight. Because you think I just gave up a whole afternoon on my day off to do this shit? I only get 1 day off, really. Let's do it. Go to the next chart. There you are. Supermicro computers. Recently added to the S&P 500 as of this year. They had a cash burn upside down from being positive $100 million, now negative $500 million. Not a lot to some. Not a lot to some because they say, you know what? What's $500 million? These guys are shopping right now for cash. And I tell you why. Anybody ever understand what this company is, Supermicro Computers? Why I have this whole page? Look at this slide right here, guys. This slide tells you Nvidia in the middle. The number 2 company in the whole damn world. In the history of mankind. We've never seen a company this valuable. Almost $3.5 trillion and or up to almost $4 trillion at times. Let me tell you, 3.6 trillion, 3.4 trillion, depends on the day. Wake me up on a good day. $1 trillion. They put money into ARM Technologies. You know ARM Holdings here? ARM is a UK company that's owned by SoftBank. Remember SoftBank? We talked about them, about private equity. SoftBank, the same SoftBank that put $1 billion into WeWork. Somebody asked me on the show here the other day, what do you think about Coupang? Coupang, is that what it's called? Coupang? The new company? Like coupon, but Coupang? The new company. The Amazon of Korea. Yeah, that's SoftBank. I'll pass. Doesn't mean it's not going to be valuable. Hey, SoftBank gave $20 million to Alibaba back in the day. That $20 million, they sold it for $60 billion. Yes, SoftBank is winning. There's so many things SoftBank does, but they are private equity. They do leverage their position. ARM, Nvidia wanted to merge with them. They want to become a supercomputer company. And it got denied. It got denied for antitrust measures, but you know, this company's worth $60 billion, $50 billion, $40 billion. Who knows what it's worth? I do know this. Nvidia invests money into ARM. And ARM invests money back into Nvidia. That's what we're calling circular transactions. That's what you call round tripping. But it gets worse. Because Nvidia has a customer by the name of CoreWeave, a private company. And when you're a private company, you don't have to tell the world your finances. You're not publicly traded. There are no SEC filings. There's no 10Qs and 10Ks. It's, hey, CoreWeave has some money. CoreWeave's operating. They're not solvent. I'll tell you what. They invest their money back into Nvidia. But CoreWeave has a customer. CoreWeave has a customer by the name of Abelcom. And right there, I show it to you. Abelcom is getting their money from CoreWeave. I just told you Nvidia is getting their money from CoreWeave. And CoreWeave's getting their money from Nvidia. But CoreWeave's also giving their money to Abelcom. Sounds crazy. This sounds like a Three Stooges. Like we're just sitting. Is this Curly Mo? What is this one? Who's on first? Alan Costello. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. No, he's on third. Let me tell you. Abelcom's right here. And they're giving their money to CompuWare and back into Supermicro. Supermicro computers. Oh, look at that. I'm missing a damn arrow here. Hello. Hello. Oh, look at that. I missed one. Look at this. How could I ever miss this? They're giving you money. They're giving money to each other. Supermicro and Abelcom give money to each other. I just want to make that clear. You know how you know they do this? Like all this whole round tripping, and Supermicro Computers gives the money back over to Nvidia. You see the whole thing. Supermicro Computers is owned by a gentleman by the name of Hung. I forget which brother he is. There's Steve, Bill, and Charles? I don't know. We'll look it up right now. It's all going to be here on the screen. They're all brothers. 3 brothers. One brother owns one of the companies each. They each own one of these companies. And they all do business with each other. 98% of Abelcom's business is with Supermicro. 98% of CompuWare's business is with Abelcom and Supermicro. It might be 99%. There's no new money in these companies over here. No new money. Think about it. I don't want to call it a Ponzi scheme, but in the world of a house of cards, one card falls, they all do. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. Now, there was a new development, a new 8K just got published last night. No one knows. I didn't do an interview. I didn't do any videos. I was sitting here, got filed previously. It was from the 20th of December. Just went live yesterday. I saw it. I go, what the hell? I could make a video about this, but I won't because I'm doing my homework. What was the 8K? Tells you HSBC Bank and the loan agreement that they've had with Supermicro Computers is being closed and paid out. It's not being paid out because Supermicro Computers wants to pay it out. Guys, Supermicro Computers is the 3rd or 4th largest customer of Nvidia. Okay? Nvidia's trying to turn away from it now. They're trying to go to Dell and HP. But Supermicro Computers does their work for cheap. And Supermicro Computers, just to give you an example of what they're doing, put yourself in a company, right? Let's just say I want to give you something I know. I own a finished carpentry business. Let's just say I do hardware, doors, closets, shelf and pole, baseboard, and crown molding. That's what I do. Imagine me charging a customer for the work I do. But the hardware, the doorknobs, right? The towel racks, the closet, the shelf and pole, all that, I only buy it from my brother. My brother actually owns a company that does all the hardware. Well, that company doesn't order the hardware, though. They don't build it until I give them the money to go ahead and do it, and then they sell the product back to me. Sounds crazy. Hold on, listen, guys. Let me say it again to you one more time. I give them the money to buy the material. They order the material, they build it, I don't care. They give me back the product, but they sell it back to me. Now we have a financial transaction. Now my brother who owns that company is getting paid. My other brother is running this company. And this company sells me the wood, the nails, and the glue. Or in this place, the caulking, whatever. I'm telling you guys, it's that bad. It's that bad. But let's go ahead and read it all in detail so you guys can see it. As of December 2nd, remember, Supermicro Computers is telling you that they have done nothing wrong. They do nothing wrong. There's no crime here. There's nothing wrong. I'm gonna actually do something for you guys. Watch it. I'm gonna go to YouTube. Oh man, let me go to YouTube really quick. Let me go to YouTube. Let me go here. Let me go to my channel. Let me go to playlist. I had this damn thing I was doing. Was it New Year or November? What did I do it under? I don't know. Don't worry about the song. I'm not playing no damn song right now. Right, hold on, guys. Oh man, that's a good song over there. I should play that song, but I'm not going to. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm tripping. Might be here. Oh, hey, Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. Got it. No. Okay, listen up.
You've been driving their move.
Okay, so I want to show you this because this is pretty trippy, bros. Pretty trippy. Let's go to here. Here, yeah. Okay. Nothing's wrong at Supermicro Computers, right? Okay. Watch this. This is their YouTube page, by the way. Craziest thing I've ever seen in my life is they hadn't posted a video for 6 months. Okay? 6 months. They posted a video 6 months ago. Before that, I mean, hold on, let me make sure I got this all right. And this is all from the CEO, right? Months ago, right? Years. This is all years. Tech Talk, nothing 10 months ago. Oh, yeah, so nothing. Nothing. Watch this. Tells you 2 weeks ago they finally come out with the video and they want to talk.
Your
based AI infrastructure.
This is Supermicro Computers interview, their platform. It's their channel. They're putting out the info they want to put out. I want you guys to listen to this info right now. This is awesome.
Good morning, Charles.
And it's not showing. Hold on.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad we
There
can
it
be
is.
here together.
Got it.
Charles, it's my pleasure to introduce you as the founder and CEO of Supermicro. According to IDC, Supermicro is the #2 data center provider in the world. And according to Nvidia's most recent earnings, the #1 OEM for servers built with Nvidia AI infrastructure. Based in Silicon Valley for 31 years, Supermicro is a key infrastructure provider for the AI revolution, which is driving their move from systems provider to a full rack-scale data center solutions provider, which we'll talk about in a moment. Yeah. Charles, while I know we'll focus on Supermicro's business strategy and technology, Supermicro's been in the news a lot lately. So I need to ask, is there any update you want to provide?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the question. Yes, I mean, with the AI boom have been happen so strong. And we happen to be one of the best AI infrastructure company. If not the best, at least one of the best. So we have been growing very fast. Just last year alone, we grew more than double in revenue. And last 3 years, we grow 4x, quadruple. So with this kind of faster growth, for sure, there are lots of transition. There are lots of enhancement. We add people, talent in R&D, engineering, sales, marketing, financing, accounting, production, almost from every department. And it's not easy to hire enough people to pick up the growth pace, especially in USA, in Silicon Valley, especially for hardware business. However, we have been doing very diligently. And we have people here in Bay Area, and in East Coast as well, in Taiwan, in Malaysia, and in Netherlands. So company continue to grow very fast. And we're looking forward for another very fast growing year to come. And recently, we also work with our new auditor, BDO. Right? We work with them very closely and make sure the best quality, the best time to file all of our financial report. Hopefully, everything done by the coming February. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't worry, I'll save you the headache of having to watch this dude talk for the next hour about, no, actually, 18 minutes. 18 minutes that interview is left. But I'll tell you what, guys. If you're listening to what he said, one, it was a setup, right? He comes through and he says, "Hey, we're doing great. We're hiring in finance. We did the right. We've had a trouble hiring people for this transition of growth over the last 3 years. They've quadrupled their sales over the last 3 years, guys. Supermicro Computers has invested $983 million into his brother's company." That's Charles, by the way. Into his brother's companies. That's what they've done. Almost $1 billion of round tripping. And it gets worse. And I'm going to tell it to you how it is. But listen, if it's so great, and they're going to get it right by February, because they have to. Do you know why he said February? Because that's when the extension runs out. That's when your extension to remain compliant with NASDAQ runs out and you will be delisted. This company has been delisted before. In 2018, they were delisted. And they have since hired those same employees that did those financial practices at their brother's company. And their business with their brothers is called related parties. We've talked about this. Now watch this. This is the worst part for this whole thing. He's lying. Is that bad? He's lying. Does he think people are stupid? He must. When your auditor quits on you and it's been months and you still haven't filed the 10Q, but do you know what they have done? They've sold shares. They've sold shares knowing that they're not compliant. They've sold shares knowing that there's fraudulent practices happening. And people are calling the margin. Watch. So right here, guys, as I explained, it says Supermicro Computers December 2nd. That interview was just 10 days later. Says here, they have departing board members. The board of directors in the company have completed its investigation and several recommendations by the board, including the company to recruit a new CFO and appoint a chief accounting officer. So they didn't have a chief accounting officer and they had a CFO, but they don't have control points, guys. They don't have checks and balances. This company is run by a husband and a wife, and that wife is also on the board of directors of the other companies, Abelcon and Computerware. Oh, and you know what's the crazy part about those two? The brothers all own, and even the brother-in-law owns like 10% of each company. The money's infinite. This is like a cash cow waiting to happen for them, but they have issues. The company announced that Kenneth Chung has been appointed as the company's senior vice president, chief accounting officer, effective yada yada. That guy's 50 years old. He's been with the company since January 18th. Remember I told you? Or January 2018. I'm so sorry. Remember I told you when they had their accounting issues? When they got delisted? 2018. This guy comes from other Pericom, Semiconductor Corp, whatever. So he's supposed to have a good record. He used to work for Ernst & Young. If you don't know about Ernst & Young, guys, they're the most fined accounting firm in the world. They get fined the most for fraudulent practices or errors, I should say. Kind of like J.P. Morgan's error. Anybody see that? 16 years of hiding short positions and what 880 billion shares they could over 16 years. If they just got wrong, they got fined $3 million. My bad, bros. $3 million is a penny in the world of finance. But anyway, to put it out there, they need to hire a new chief accounting officer. They need a new CFO. And this guy, David Wingland, whatever he was, is going to be there until he will continue to serve in that position until a successor has been appointed. What the hell are we doing? You did an internal audit. Ernst & Young, the biggest criminals out there, according to statistics, or the ones that I've shown on Connect the Dots, Ernst & Young quit on Supermicro. They said, nope, we know what's going on here, and we want no part of it. Because if you don't remember, Arthur Andersen used to do this. They were the auditors that signed off on the papers for Enron. And when Ken Lay comes in and goes, I don't know what's going on, selling shares and making millions, you already knew. Jeffrey Skilling, same thing. Sold shares, made millions. And it was Andy. That's what it was. Andy Fastow. It was just him. He was greedy. It was the whole damn crew at Enron. So when you look here, guys, November 1st. Guys, this just happened this month. Who's talking about it? Did it hit a headline? Did the stock price come down because they just said they need a new CFO and they have to hire a new chief accounting officer? Nobody's talking about this? November 1st. Supermicro Computers, they terminated its obligations under the term loan credit agreement dated on the 24th of July with Bank of America. Yes, Bank of America went over there and called them out. We want our money. We're out. Another one, another November 20th. Supermicro Computers prepaid in full and terminated its obligations with Cathay Bank. I don't know who the hell that is. But as of yesterday, says here, the general loan, export and import financing, overdraft facilities, and securities agreement with the company, the Taiwan subsidiary, has terminated their Taiwan affiliate HSBC Bank for $50 million. Everybody's calling them. Everybody wants out. The writing's on the wall, guys. If you are invested with a company that has fraudulent finances and or it doesn't look good, or something looks irregular financial practices, you got to roll. You got to get the hell out. And this is an industry that lives off of this infrastructure. They live off of Supermicro. I'm telling you now, these guys are big enough to create waves. And all it takes is one company with a little bit of doubt, and this house of cards comes down to the ground. Remember, I'm going to show you this chart one last time. Supermicro Computers is to the far right, and money gets all the way into them from CoreWeave through Abelcom, all the way to them. We have more. Next. Certain materials used by the company manufacturing its products are available from limited number of suppliers. Shortages could occur in these materials due blah, 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 interruption in supply chain. Supplier A accounted for 69.8% and supplier B 5.1%. They rely on one person for their materials. One for 70% of what they do. Purchases, this is the part that doesn't make sense to me, but I'll let it. Purchases from Abelcom and CompuWare, the related parties, their brothers' parties, they combined for 11.4% of total sales. So 1/10 of all their sales are from their family. But it gets worse. The company has a variety of business partnerships, Abelcom and CompuWare. Abelcom and CompuWare are both Taiwanese companies. Abelcom is one of the company's contract manufacturers. CompuWare is both the distributor of the company's products and contract manufacturer for the company. Abelcom CEO, Stephen Lang, is brothers with Charles Lang, the guy you just met. Okay? Stephen Lang is also family members, and he owns 36% of Abelcom stock. Charles and his wife, who's also a board of director for the company Supermicro, own 10.5% of Abelcom. Bill Lang, his brother, he's the brother of Charles and Steve. Bill Lang is on the board of directors at Abelcom. Bill Lang is also the CEO of CompuWare. Guys, this is crazy. I don't know who's allowed to do it this way. And you could do it if it was just you, right? Like, I get it, bros. You guys want to start a party planning company? You guys want to throw parties? You guys want a party planner? Yeah. I know a DJ. Matter of fact, I know a dude who owns a catering company. That's my tia. Oh, wait, they own all the tables and chairs. We'll rent them from them. Yeah, keep it all in the family. I don't care. That's fine. You can't be a publicly traded company with the billions of dollars at your disposal, and you think no one's going to notice? No one's going to notice how you're generating these outcomes, how you're manufacturing these profits, and why? Wait till I show you. It's the one part of everything that no one sees. All this, everybody knows. All of this that I'm showing you right now, everybody knows. Hindenburg Research did a whole page on it back in August, and that's what triggered Ernst & Young's investigation, and Ernst & Young said, hey, explain this to me. You know how they got it? It was all in the 10K, or the 10Q. It was all there. They're one in July. This is where I got all this from. I didn't get this from a website of some people. I got this from the SEC filing itself on the Edgar system. Under these agreements, the company outsources Abelcom a portion of its design activities and significant part of the server chassis manufacturing. Abelcom manufactures approximately 95% to 96% of the chassis included in the products sold by Supermicro computers. They do all of it. All the business is done by them. With respect to design activities, Abelcom generally agrees to design a certain agreed upon products according to the company's specifications, and further agrees to build the tools needed to manufacture the products. The company, Supermicro Computers, pays Abelcom, pays Rico, for the design of the engineering services. So you pay for the design, the engineering service. Oh, you're just tacking on fees now? Is that it? And further agrees to pay Abelcom for tooling. The company retains full ownership of any intellectual property resulting from the design of these products and tooling. With respect to manufacturing aspects in the relationship, Abelcom purchases most of its materials needed for the manufacturing of the chassis from third parties. Company provides, microcomputers, provides certain components used in the manufacturing process. Abelcom, through consignment or the sales transactions, Abelcom uses these materials and components to manufacture the completed chassis and then sells them back to MicroStrategies for the components purchased. There you go. Abelcom sells the components back to MicroStrategies at a price equal to the price at which the company sold the components to Abelcom. So where's the profit? We're buying them back for what you paid for them? Where's the money? Is it in the tooling? Is it in the design? Supermicro. Okay, I want to make sure I say the name right. Supermicro and Abelcom frequently review and negotiate the price of the chassis and the company purchases from Abelcom. What the hell are you talking about? What is there to negotiate? I'm buying them at I don't know, what do they call that? I was like, I'm buying it at book. No, I'm buying it at invoice. I'm literally buying it for what you pay for it, right? In addition to inventory purchases, the company incurs other costs associated with design services and tooling and other miscellaneous costs. So I want to know, Abelcom, like, these guys are paying you guys $1 billion. Can we just draw shit on like a whiteboard and agree to it? It's more sophisticated than that. I don't understand how the expenses to run your company go up. You're selling more. You're selling more product, right? But it's based off of a template. I'm telling you guys what this is all telling me. And they build it, they deliver it. That's it. But somebody has to explain to me how $1 billion worth of product went up in value. But I know why, though. I know why. It's at the bottom of the SEC filing. It's the page everybody missed. The company's exposure to financial losses as a result of the involvement with Abelcom is limited to potential losses. What, upside down completely? You can't limit this. Outstanding cancelable and non-cancelable purchases orders from the company to Abelcom on March 31st, 2024 were $113 million and 48.4. So that means if they didn't fill the contracts at all, I mean, somebody has to lose money at some point, right? You're just giving them money, they're building a product, they're giving it back to you, and then you're selling it? Are we mark to marketing the accounting? Watch this. I just want to put this out there. Supermicro, right there, is an exclusive AI supplier to Tesla. Oh, it's round all the way, babe. That's just one last little piece because I got to show you a different screen right now. We're going to go all the way into it. We're going. Now, before we get to here, I just want to say hi. Did I read everything? Yeah, you good? Okay, cool. I'll get back to you guys. Taiwanese, is there a difference? I don't know. I don't know all of the ethnicities of the East. I live there, and I love the culture. I love the people. But I'll tell you, I've never been to Taiwan. So I don't know. Here we go. So this right here is Supermicro Computer's latest 10Q. They refused to file the 10K. They missed the date, and that's why they're going to be non-compliant really soon. When I saw all of this, I started reading things and trying to pay attention, but I kind of got lost in the fact that I was so dialed into related parties that you have to remember why. It was the AMC in me that made me think about this, okay? For all you guys out there that don't know, okay, let me just give you a whole rundown. AMC movie theaters, just a couple of years ago, maybe 5 years ago, they had an earnings call. And I happened to find it. There was only like 30 views on the earnings call. And I was like, oh my God, nobody ever heard this before because it wasn't the story until it was the story, right? Until like 2001 when it was pushed out in front of everybody. But it was the 2019 earnings call. And Adam Aaron comes on. He says, hey, man, we're going to pay everybody in shares, not cash, because they ran out of cash. They were going to file for bankruptcy. And he says, we're going to give you shares. We're going to give it to you in tranches. And depending on where the price goes, then you can trigger all of these tranches and you can sell your shares. That's how we knew everyone was going to sell their shares. But nobody knew when he was doing, the earnings calls in 2022 and 2021 when he was like, I own more and I'm not selling. And, the insiders, they're done selling. Yeah, they all were done selling because they all hit their benchmarks. There was like these benchmarks you want to get to. And like I cracked it. I found it. And I did a whole video on it like years ago. Well, guess what? Supermicro Computers has the same thing. A lot of companies do. But what Supermicro Computers has, they have benchmarks for revenue. So if you're a CEO and you want to make and get paid millions of shares, where the value of the share was $400 to $500 a share, they just did a 10-to-1 split right now, guys. That's what they just did. But the value of the shares were $500, $400 a share. The initial IPO, the float, $5 million. Do you know what the compensation package says if they hit all these benchmarks for your CEO? Your CEO is going to get the equivalent of 70 million shares today. No way. I'm going to show you. It gets really good here. All right, there I am, small again. And I want you guys to pay attention. Follow the money. On a Saturday night. Yeah, no, this is what we do. I mean, come on, guys. What are you going to do? What would you rather do? Wouldn't you rather just read SEC filings like 10Ks and 10Qs, 8Ks? That's me all day. I just go cruising for a bruising. That's all I do. All right, so check this out. We'll go ahead. We know what they did. We know they're 99% of the products are sold by their own brothers and sisters. We got it. Dealings with CompuWare, no different. When I read all about CompuWare right here, they did the same thing. There was just, partnerships with their brothers and sisters. It's all right here. The company's exposure to financial losses as a result with the involvement with computerware is limited to potential losses and purchase orders in the event that an unforeseen decline in market price and or demand for the company's products, such as the company incurs a loss on the sale or cannot sell the products. Outstanding cancelable and non-cancelable purchases orders from the company and CompuWare were for a total of almost $200 million. Okay? Here's why that's a problem. As you go down, it says dealings with investment in a corporate venture. That's the name of it. Corporate venture is 30% owned by microcomputers. Once again, their other customer is owned by themselves. They own the company. They only do business with themselves. But I've got a great little chart to show you. It's going to be great, the chart. The company sold products worth $4 million and $6 million to corporate venture. Who cares? I got the chart. It's right here. Here's the chart. So on this chart here, let me go ahead and make it smaller. Make sure you guys can see. Let's go ahead. Boom. Right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bigger. Let's see if that actually helps us out. Okay. Right there. Okay. So Abelcom, CompuWare, and corporate venture. Okay? Accounts receivable. Accounts receivable, $3 million versus 2. 268 versus 3.5 million. Million? Yeah, billion. Is it in the thousands or millions? I can't. Oh, thousands. So 3.5 million. And then corporate venture, right? But if you look right here, accounts payable, they have increased. If you go from March to June, or from last year to this year, you'll see right here, all they're doing is round tripping the money through. And I'm going to show you it's right here. So, purchase and inventory. The purchases and inventory, $65 million over here in Abelcom. And this is after 3 months. The equivalent is the same over here with CompuWare. They ran it the same, 64. You don't want to, hey, don't put any more money in mine versus yours, brother. Don't do that. But for the sales to go from 87 million to 130 million, that's what happened. Almost double. Almost double. We'll go to the next one. You're going to look at 9 months. They went from 128 to 163, from 154 to 192. Totals, 283 to 355. They don't know when to stop. They don't know how to stop. It's all to themselves. As I've looked at the partnerships that they're doing, I had to keep scrolling because, see, I was at that page. Right there, guys, you stop and you go, okay, they only have 3 companies they really do business with, and it's Abelcom, it's CompuWare, and it's corporate venture. Scroll down. Stock-based compensation and stockholders' equity. And when you're here on this page, this is the part that blew my mind. On June 5th, 2020, the worst time you could be doing a deal for your compensation package, because it was during the pandemic, the whole world was on lockdown, and these guys came up with an idea, a plan. The maximum number of shares available under the original plan was 5 million shares plus 1 million of common stock to remain available for future awards. No other awards could be granted under the 2016 plan, but 7.2 million shares. In 2020, they added an additional 2 million shares. Compensation packages, guys. On January 22nd of 2024, the beginning of this year, mind you, this company is now in the S&P 500 of this year now, and the NASDAQ. The value has gone up infinite. If I show you the chart, that's Nvidia. We don't want to look at Nvidia. Let's go ahead and look at Supermicro. Is it the next one up? SMCI. Supermicro computers. We're talking about this time frame right here. In 2020, right here. In January, right here in this month, right before it pops, They're here. They make an agreement on compensation. The price goes crazy over the next 3 months. Flattens out 3 months after that, after earnings. They don't post a 10Q or 10K and everything falls off. Do you know what's happening? Do you know what happens up here? I do. You know, I've told you about the 45-day lock period. I've told you, like, whenever you get an announcement, you do something great, and you're getting all these shares and getting value. It's not happening. Watch this. Oh, I want to make sure you guys are live on the page right now. We're good. Okay. January 22nd. You know what? I'll even go to the day. January 22nd, 2024. Let me go check that chart on the daily chart. I'm looking at the monthly. Let's go to the daily chart on this damn stock. You know, I'm curious. Oh, right there. January 22nd. Oh, no. Look at this. So, let me show you. This is the 22nd, right here. 22nd. On the 22nd, it was voted in that they're going to get more pay, more compensation for the CEO and everyone. What happens to the price from that point where the stock was only $40 a share? 300% increase. All the way to 122 and some change. You're telling me that's not a pump? Knowing damn well you can't put out a 10K. You can't do it. You can't do it, and this is what happened. You pump the stock, and then it's dumping. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. This whole thing's going to come crumbling down and not in your favor. If you don't think it's like the guy I told you, Joe Nachio, whatever his name was. Hey, he sold shares. It was going down. Yeah. He didn't have the corporate. You know, he didn't have any of his government contracts anymore. What don't these guys have? They don't have real profits. Somebody got greedy out here. I saw that dude talk right now. I showed you his video for a reason, because there's no way he's believable. When you grow this fast, you just can't keep up with it. What can't you keep up with? Paperwork? You can't count money? What is it that I'm missing? You've been a publicly traded company for a decade with fraudulent financial practices for the last 5 to 6 years. You can't keep up with your crime, your charade? What is it? Charles? It's my government name. Anyway, back to the chat, back to the channel. I gotta show you this. It's gonna be kind of crazy right here. On January 22nd, miraculously, the stockholders of the company approved further amendment. Stockholders of the company. You know who owns all the damn shares? The company. Reinstatement of the 2020 plan, which among other things further increased the number of shares available for award under the 2020 plan by an additional 1.5 million shares. On today's float, that would be 150 million shares. Remember, they did a 10-to-1 split. Well, I'll say a 10-to-1 forward split for all you guys. Under the 2020 plan, the company can grant stock options, stock appreciation rights, restricted stock units, and restricted stock, purchase shares, and performance shares, PSUs, RSUs, all the above, dividends, equivalents, you name it, and certain other awards, including those denominated by, whatever, payable in, who cares, read it all. The exercise price per share for incentive stock options granted to employees owning shares representing more than 10% of the company's outstanding voting stock at the time of the grant will be less than 110%. Are you listening? Listen, Linda. Offerings of common stock. December 5th of 2023, the company completed public offering 2.4 million shares. Common stock at $2.62 per share, which would be the equivalent of $26 today. But back then, that wasn't much. I told you, it ran all the way to 500. At a what was it? Remember, 10 to 1. So at 122, it was $1,200. $1,200, guys. The company received net proceeds of approximately $582 million after deducting underwriting costs. And why? Because they offered shares to the public. They did a public offering of 2.4 million shares. Sold by the company, blah, blah, blah. On March 22nd, the company completed a public offering of 2 million shares. I mean, and look at this. Company stock at $875 a share. The company received 1.7 million. You know, this is the hottest market. This is the hottest company in the world, guys. Hottest company in the world. Connected to Nvidia. Stock prices through the roof. And they raised, through share offering, through the equity offerings here, they raised $2.4 billion. A little company I know raised $4 billion. And my company's trash. On August 3rd, 2022, after expiration of prior share purchases program, they've agreed to purchase back 200 million shares. $200 million worth of shares. Are you going to buy them back now? You're going to buy them back. Who's cash? With the cash you raised by selling them? Hold on. You're buying them back at a higher price? Stock went up. Stock keeps going. I don't understand. Determining fair value, we understand that part. Pay attention. It's not over. Don't care about this. Look at this. As of March 31st, 2024, $95 million of unrecognized compensation costs related to stock options is expected to be recognized over a weighted average, right? 3.5 years, whatever it may be. Watch this crazy talk. Unvested RSUs. Do you guys know how RSUs work? Anybody here? Do you guys understand how RSUs work? Before we get into this whole payment program, I'm gonna show it to you on a piece of paper so you guys can really understand. Because sometimes people don't get it, and I just happen to have a legal pad in front of me. And this is not financial advice, by the way. But I hope this works with you. I don't have a whiteboard, guys, so I apologize. Clean slate right here, okay? So let's just say RSUs. Let's say you get awarded 1,000 shares, okay? I don't care the value of the shares at all. Not at all. You get awarded 1,000 shares your first year. That first year, you can't sell anything. They have to vest. And in your program, let's just say, in this case, they vest 20% a year. Okay? 20% a year. So the next year, you're going to get another 1,000. Let's just say you do get it. Initially, a lot of times, whenever you get into the key position, you might get more the first year and not so many the second year. Maybe they drop it off. Maybe you only get 500 the second year. I'm sorry. But then every year after that, you get 500, okay? 500, 500, and 500. Here's how RSUs work. They vest 20% each year. So after your first year of working, you get 20% of those stock options, those years. Now look at this. They give you 1,000 shares at whatever price it was. So at the time, if the price was, let's just say in this case, let's say you're at $100 a share. You're now going to be able to sell off 200 shares that next year, if you want to, and whatever price it is. That's it. But if it's above 100, you're going to get a lot more, right? But let's just say you can sell off 20%. Then the next year, they give you 500 shares. And you get to sell off 20% of that after a year as well. And you get to go back up in here and get 20 more percent. Okay? So now you're getting over here, you could sell off 200 shares one year. This one, you can sell off 100. The next year, you get 100 of these, 100 of these, and 200 more of those. The next year, you get 100 of these, 100 of these, 100 of these, and 200 more of those. And then the next year, you get 100 of these, 100 of these, 100 of these, 100 of these, and 200 last of those. So by the 5th year, you'll be able to cash out on tranches of all your shares, 100 here, 200 here, 300 here, 400 here, and, well, you will have of the whole completed 1,000. So what do you get? 200, 100, 100, 100, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 600 shares your 5th year you get to sell. Okay? Now, what can change on vested? A lot of things can trigger things where they get vested 100%, i.e. years of service. If you work for your company for 30 years, and you know he's worked for 30 years, his shares vest 50% a year. So he's worked 35 years, he gets 100% of his vest. So you can change it, but every year it gets a little more because you're taking a tranche from the previous year. Okay? I know that I went pretty fast. Go ahead and study it. I don't care. Just listen, okay? I'm just telling you how it works. Now, the reason I tell you that is because you got a CEO here. CEO that he's getting paid over years and the shares are vesting. Now, they have to vest 100%. You don't have to sell the year. Like you could get your 20% vested, and then the window opens and you're like, I don't like the stock price. You know, I'm not going to sell it. You can just hold off and let it go. You know, go another year. Go 2 more years. Go 3 more. I think you have to sell like 8 years, but on some of the ones that I'm doing, or that I know about. So what I'm telling you is this: this guy's stock option and performance. Read it. 2023 CEO performance stock option is expected to be recognized over a period of 2.5 years. 2.5 years. He's vesting, so he has to wait an additional $36 million of unrecognized compensation costs related to his reward. So in 2021, the CEO Performance Award, okay, the company's compensation committee and board of directors, his brothers and sisters, approved the grant of stock option, and his wife, of stock option award for 1 million shares, okay? And this is how you get it. Had fully vested based upon achievement of operational and stock price milestones as follows. When you have over $4 billion in revenue, that was achieved. When you have over 4.8, 5.8, 6.8, 8. When your stock price is for $45, $60, $75, $95, $120. They achieved them all. Of course they did. The vesting of the first tranche was 200,000 option shares. They hit that no problem. In August of 2022, October of 2022, another 200,000. January 2023, another 200. September, every quarter, he's getting 1/5, 20% of his full tranche. Now, during the 3 months and 9 months, the company recognized compensation expense related to the 2021 CEO performance stock option. And they tell you the totals there. But if you're looking at what's happening for him, in November of 2023, the compensation committee approved a grant of stock option award of 500,000 shares for what he's doing. Has 5 vesting tranches, 100,000 at a time. And they begin at what level? Milestone tranche of $450 per share, all the way up to $1,100 per share. What was the price? It went from nothing to something dead on the money. He had to get it all the way up to $1,100 per share. And what did it get to? Oh, you're not even seeing. Well, I'm here I go, guys. I'm over here looking at this whole thing. I should be looking at the chat. Oh, let me scroll all the way back up. Let me make sure you guys can see this good stuff. Right here. Here he is, getting paid. Here's the achievement. Achieved. And why? Because he's getting stock options. Yes, 1 million shares. Great. Achieved. Here's the price points. He got them all already. Then they go ahead and give him another compensation package. He goes, okay, gave himself one, right? He's giving himself these packages. Now, 500,000 shares. Wait a minute. We're going to get him to $450 per share, all the way up to $1,100 per share. Hit the tranches, babe. Hit them and running. What does it tell you here? He got it. 450. Achieved. Not met at 1,100. Why? Because he didn't hold the average for 60 days. But they got sure damn close. Are you guys paying attention? I'm trying to tell you why this company is round-tripping revenues to themselves. Take in all the money you want. Take in all the orders you want. What do you want to agree on price, Abel Khan? Abel, I'm asking you, brother. Bill and Steve, I'm asking you guys. Abel Khan comes out and says, we did this much. Miraculously, they did $1 billion. Okay. These guys already figured out how to inflate this number, hide their losses, make the chart look right for them. When you're doing business with related parties, this is how it works, guys. They have hit every milestone they wanted to hit. Now they're in trouble. Now they're in trouble because their auditor said, this shit doesn't make sense. The profits, the values, the cash, it's not there. They went and hit a number that they were supposed to hit dead on the money. They couldn't hold it up because they couldn't produce a 10K. And they sure as hell didn't think Hindenburg Research was going to put out a piece and hold them down. Now they lost their auditor. They lost time. They'll be delisted again like they have in the past. People forget. I'm not going to let them forget. They have debt. They have cash. And banks are margin calling them right now. That's all the filings you see. Read the fine print, guys, whenever you guys are investing in companies. But please, for the love of God, listen when we connect these dots. This is Connect the Dots Part 82. Been doing this for years. I pray people are watching and listening. All right, let me get back to the chat. Let me get back to you. It's not suspect at all. Yeah, how you guys doing? Welcome back. The book are cooked. Yes. I got to read all the chat. I got to hang out with you guys for a minute. But this is what I do with my Saturdays. I go in here and I start dreaming up what's really happening to these markets. And that's where we're at, man. So thanks again, Religious Muffin. Yeah, man, thanks for supporting the channel the way you do. I had wanted to talk about, so I had come up with something. It was like, hold on. I threw my book. I threw everything. Oh, man. Oh, I get disgusted. I just throw things. I'm like, these guys are stealing money. Oh, what I want to talk about. Dave Portnoy. You guys know him. He's El Presidente. He runs Barstool Sports, and he's an asshole when it comes to investing with GameStop and versus anything else. I don't care about that. I saw a video, and it made me like him. He went to a pizza shop. You guys know he gives a pizza rating. And if he gives you a good rating, then all of a sudden all these people start coming to your shop, and they start eating your pizza, and then your company survives. And they're like, yeah, man, he supports the people, and blah, blah, blah. So I actually went to a pizza shop, and the guy put on the window, he put closing on Christmas Day. Come try the pizza, man. It's good. He goes, yeah, it's pretty good. It wasn't the best, but it was good. The dude was an Army veteran, the guy making the pizza, and he was just like, man, I can't get my liquor license. And, he goes, well, how much money do you need? I need $60,000. He didn't ask for the world. He didn't ask for $500,000, $1 million. He could have. Probably would have got it. Who knows? He goes, I need $60,000. Dave said, hey, Merry Christmas. I got you. That guy couldn't believe it. And it really worked out for him. Guys, my point is this. You might have an opinion about someone, myself included, but there's good in everyone. There's good in everyone, or you might just have to find it. Not everybody is a villain. And I think that was a human moment for Dave. So, Dave, shout out to you for saving that young man's business, but I still think you're a piece of shit when it comes to GameStop, and I don't give a damn about it. GameStop's out here got cash on hand, looking healthy, not doing these fraudulent accounting practices that I just had to study all damn day. Dude, this was my whole day. My whole day was this. SMCI and trying to find out why. And I found it. Because they have a compensation package. And that whole family gets paid. It's gross. It's sick. The other part was ladies' night. There's a restaurant in Northern California going out of business because they have discounts on ladies' drinks. Okay? They got sued for sexism. And I thought it was hilarious. Let me tell you something, bros. Back in the day, if there was like a ladies' night, dudes were going. You know what they used to do? There was a club out here where I met my wife, actually. I met my wife at a nightclub called Zelda's. One of the most raunchiest ghetto places you're ever going to go. But it was the best. It was like the best club. And they would have tacos, out in the patio type style and bottle service and everything. It was amazing. We got free VIP our whole lives. And it was just different. My uncle was the DJ for 20 years. And Zelda's was it, right? And I just know, like, you see things happen over the years, and you say, man, I don't want to, is this where I want to frequent? Like, is this what I want to do? Can I save this company? I don't know if I could, but I remember they used to do, Friday nights, they used to do, it was called Sweet Louie and His Body's to Die For. And for the first hour of the club, from 9 to 10, it was male strippers. And so all the girls would go to the club 9 o'clock. Bachelorette parties, you name it. Everybody, divorce parties. These girls would go and they're looking for these dudes, 4 or 5 stripper dudes with, with their G-string stuffed, whatever they're doing. I don't know. But I'm saying the club was packed. Packed, bros. Full of women. No dudes. Only women. And I got back from the military, and I was young. I was 24. And I started going to the club on Fridays. I started going to the club on Friday nights at 9 o'clock. By myself. Yeah. There was strippers. Yeah. But there was girls. Let me tell you. Ratio was 100 to 1. What are we doing? What are we doing? You got to go where the water is. So, hey, I met my wife. I did it right. But I'm just letting you know. Marantz was so buff at the time, probably. Oh, you had to be there. You had to be there. But, yeah, nah, man. Rico was in there trying to dance. Rico was like, I'm next. Can I go next? Yeah. Turn on the fog machine, bro. I'll look tight. No. You don't even know. Rico did go to the club. But no, we had a good time. And I only say it because ladies' night, whenever you cater to a certain clientele, I don't think you should be frowned upon. I think you should be embraced. There's discounted nights. They call it industry night, Tuesday nights, where everyone who actually works the weekends go out on Tuesday. Me, I don't go out at all. Try not to. We went out last night, my wife and I. Let me tell you how many people go to the club we go. My wife and I go to this club, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. We go to a club in Palm Springs. We had been going to clubs in Indio forever. The Casino Fantasy. It's the same bands, the same music, the same songs played every night. Every night. The only time they've ever played a different song is when I request it. You got that new Jack Harlow? What? Here, man. Come here. Let me download it for you. Here. And then now he plays it every night. Because he was like, that was great. I was like, yeah, I know. Anyway, we go to this other club now. And the DJ is fire. The DJ is amazing. There can't be more than 20 people there at a time. Maybe 15. Maybe 15. Full-on club, guys. Club. Dance floor, bartenders, shit. Bracelets. You got to get bracelets, put them on. Check IDs at the door, everything. It's a club. 15 people. We love it. We love it. No one to bounce off of, no one to fight, no one to slip something in your drink, no one to take your table. You know when you're older, you got it going on when you walk to the club and you're looking for the chairs, bros. I'm telling you, I'm looking at the tables, I'm looking at the couches. I'm like, ooh, I got a soft one. I could just sit. I might even take a nap. That's my life last night. Oh, man, my wife is like, we're going home, babe? I said, yeah, it's time to go. She said, okay, I got 2 more songs to request. She goes up there with the napkin. Here, play my songs. There we were. It's the same 2 songs, guys. It's Robin S., Show Me Love, and it's Clarity by Zed. Shut down the club. We're the only 2 dancing. And by the end, everybody's already gone to bed. Yeah. There might be, man, you might get 20. You might get 30. I don't know. Maybe 30. That's it. Anyway. Yeah, guys. No, I'm going to take off. It's my Saturday night right now. I got to go to bed. I got to work at midnight. You know the way this is going for me. I have an announcement to make for the channel. Announcement to make for the timeline, for the videos, for the live streams. You guys know that I've been on this live stream cycle for at least the last year. And it's taken a toll on my body, on my family, on my health, on my mental health. And but I have to do all these cycles for me and my career and where I'm headed and what I got going on. But I have big changes coming. And I'm happy to announce that I got a little bit more clarity on it this week. So a little less stress. That's why I was able to do it, connect the dots, and really sit down and get a PowerPoint out and crank it out and do all that. Because I haven't been able to do that in a while. I have been living a different life. Just been really struggling, trying to find the equilibrium, to work out and take care of the kids and do the holidays. But more than likely, I'm in my first year. I'm probably not gonna have a New Year's party with the family and everybody come over. I'm just tired. I'm honestly tired, guys. With New Year's and Christmas and Thanksgiving, everything being in the middle of the week, and I always have to work the next day. It really takes it out of me. It's hard to stay motivated. And it's hard to get on the stream every day with you guys. Today wasn't hard for me. I was motivated with the news, but guys, I've been live every day for like almost 4 years now. I'm very exhausted, to it. I mean, I've probably taken a couple of days off here and there, but I've been live more than I'm not, right? Like, I don't get 2 days off a week from YouTube. That doesn't happen. So, I'm letting you guys know that I do pace myself, and I do care about my health and everything that I got going on. But big news is coming for us and for you and for me. So when anything happens to me, it's big news for you, because I always feel like you guys are right there with me. So I just want to say thank you. Can't ever thank you guys enough. And to the 3,000 people that showed up to a live stream on the last one, that was great. And then we did another like $2,000 last night. So it just means that more people are watching than ever, and people really understand GameStop's headed somewhere. Let me do a rundown on some stuff. I'm not done. Oh my God, you guys don't know? I did more homework. Okay, let's talk Big Lots. You guys want to talk Big Lots? Let's do it. Let me make sure that you guys can see me, because I'm too small right there, bros. Look at that. All right, how you doing? All right, so I want to talk about this. It's right here, Big Lots. Big Lots strikes a deal to save the stores and stop brand from closing. They actually struck 2 deals. So first thing is this. They struck a deal with Gordon Brothers Retail Partners, LLC, and they struck a deal with Variety Wholesalers, Inc. I don't know how Variety Wholesalers, Inc. is going to buy up to 200, 400 locations. They only hold, it was like right here, 380 stores, period. But they're family owned, and it's fine. It's not a bad company. Variety Wholesalers, just doing their best. Sure. The one I'm really worried about for everyone is Gordon Brothers. Gordon Brothers is private equity. Gordon Brothers is trash. I looked at Gordon Brothers, and I couldn't believe it. They come out and they buy things like this. Notable liquidations. Bed Bath & Beyond, G.I. Joe's, KB Toy Stores, Linens and Things, Sharper Image, Anchor Blue, Hollywood Video, Borders Group. These guys shut down a lot of things, right? Notable restructurings, Polaroid brand, and with Hilco. So that's really tough. Who's their CEO? She's right here. Norma Kuntz. Guys, that's her name. That's really her name. Norma. So Norma here is from the Carlyle Group. So she's right there, private equity Carlyle Group, 11 years. So when that's your CEO, that's what you're dealing with at Gordon Brothers, just know they're still going down the same path. Rinse and repeat on retail. This is connect the dot style. She's not good for you. Norman Matthews, board of directors for Gordon Brothers. Norman Matthews, right here, guys, as former president of Federated Department Stores for years. Additionally, he's been with Finlay Fine Jewelry. You guys know how I feel about jewelry. And Toys R Us. He was right there with Toys R Us, guys. So, yes, These are problems that you have when you're partnered up with Carlyle Group. Ken Freezy, whatever his name is. Where's this guy come from? He comes from Bain, I believe. Yeah, Bain and Company, right there. And that's just what you have. He's a restructuring group. That's what they're there for. They're only there for themselves. I would hide out. I would hide out on these investments. I wouldn't go chase them. I don't want people to pump it, be like, hey, they found, and I always tell you this because I want you guys to know what's coming your way. Hey, Bed Bath & Beyond, they found finance, or Bed Bath & Beyond, they have this money, and now you should buy their bonds and their shares. And then what happened? Everybody got crushed. Everybody got deleted on, and they still, I don't know what the hell they're waiting on, but whatever they claim something's happening in January. I'll wait for next January, bro, when it doesn't happen again. I don't know what Neverland they live in, but there's a lot of Peter Pans over there. Here, if you're looking at this company and you think about Big Lots, please run. Run with both feet and with shoes on, and run fast and far. That's all I can tell you. The next part that we're going to go over, oh my goodness, I'll show you just to give you an update over the weekend where we're at on our position. I know I had hit over $30,000 GameStop. I was really happy about that because $30,000 is a lot of money to me. I don't know about you, but if you had 30 grand sitting in front of you cash, what would you do, little Hulkamaniacs? Would you get excited? I get excited because here it is. I was able to save up this much money. Feels great to me. And there's my position. Just so that we're not lying to the world, we're right there at $30,000. We're at $29,821, and I'm plus about 30%, right? I'm up $6,800. I have almost $23,000 into it. So keep going. Keep doing what you do. Find your conviction. Find your investment. Feel good about it. I need to average around $60 a day starting in January if I want to hit 1,000 shares on this. I'm not going to. I have finances in front of me. I have difficulties just like every other red-blooded person, but I'm doing the best I can do. So there you guys go. That's my position, $30,000 into GameStop. Now, the company itself, what are they doing on their website? We can look at it here. They have great deals. I like all the deals. I like what they're doing. I go to the graded trading cards, guys. It's the only thing I really care about these days because it makes me happy. It makes me happy to see that they have cards for sale, PSA rated 8, 9, and 10. They have a direct partnership with PSA. I never saw it coming. I'm so happy that it's here because these are the things that 5 years ago, 4 years ago, nobody could ever tell you, well, what are they going to do? What route are they going to go? What are the partnerships they're doing? They're doing things without spending cash. That's the best thing they're doing. Have you ever been with the girl and you go, what can we do, babe? But we don't have to spend money. I can't take you to Mastro's every night. I can't be spending money on food, on all this stuff we're trying to do. Can we do something that doesn't cost? Yeah, babe, we can go for a hike. How about we just Netflix and chill? That's what GameStop doing. GameStop's out here Netflixing and chilling with these people, and I like it a lot. GameStop currently trading and or selling 3,000 cards online. Not a lot. They're getting rid of their inventory even now. It's just churning and churning and churning. And you have 4 days left into this year. So I tell you, this is the final Saturday of 2024. It has been amazing, guys. I can't even imagine what I would be doing without you, where I would be. You guys have seen the background of this channel change numerous times throughout the years. And I just want to tell you, I'm forever thankful for each and every one of you guys. I'm going to read the chat a little bit. I'm going to answer some questions for you. You guys have anything? We can speak on it, okay? And should I open up the Discord? Discord's right there. As you saw, they were saying Discord's awesome. I'm happy that you guys hang out in the Discord. It's completely free. It always will be. It says BlackRock, the conspiracies you don't know. Walmart, Enron, Visa, Amazon, Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft. I might have to start reading this. Tesla. I don't know. Who knows? I know some stuff. I know. I'll have to read that. Thank you. Somebody just sent me that. You know who that somebody is. His name is Jay. Give him a special shout out. Jay's the truth. Shout out to Trove. Trove, you're in my prayers tonight, babe. You know I care about you. Holding BBBY is the 2020 version of credit default swaps in 20... What? Where are these people coming up with this shit? These guys... Bed Bath & Beyond got deleted, and it's gone forever. These guys got to stop. 8K or a space call. 8K just FYI. Possible Pulte could announce that he has a gut feeling it will come true because Ryan Cohen shares the same lawyer. But legally he can't. He can legally schedule a space. That's Michael. Michael's saying some nonsense, bros. Get out. Got him out, Fresno, California, from a great breeder. Oh, okay, cool. They're talking about the dogs. Dude, don't care about these dogs. Hey, I tell you right now, Mojo Loco, you can take my dog. You can have my dog. No, Tito's outside, I think. I don't even know. Let me read the chat. I think what else was I going to pull up right now? I was going to do something while I was talking to you guys. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I'm going to go sit down in the live chat. I'm going to be in the live chat. I'm going to post that. If you guys want to call into the show, you know what to do. I'm going to paste it, post it, click the link. Tell me what you think. You guys click the link at the top of the chart right here at the top of the video. It's pinned to the top of the video. All you guys have to do is click it, and you'll be on the show with me. If you have any questions, that's the time you ask them. I can tell you everything about investing. I guess. I can tell you what my truths and my knowledge, but what do I know? What it always says, Marantz, I'll start watching your show when you become a millionaire, Marantz. Well, then you should start watching. Anyway, right there's my boy. It says Marantz, BC, Rantz fan. Thank you so much. If you don't know what BC stands for, you'll have to find it on your own. Now, let's have a go. 51 Moon Platoon, whatever the hell you call us. Elitist Platoon, GME Division reporting for duty. Michael Vanetti, thank you. Appreciate you guys so much, man. I can't give a shout out to everybody's name. There's so many of you guys, and I apologize, but I thank you guys for showing up. I see you guys here. The champ is here. Yes. Marantz, thank you so much. Sharon, I got you. It says you're pushing. There we go. I come to drop a like button and send my love. I'm about to sleep. It's 4 a.m. right now in Israel. Thank you so much for all the love out there and support in Israel. My prayers are with you and your families. And thank you so much, Gabe. I really appreciate you and Marcelo watching the show at all odd hours of the day. Don't worry, hours are changing for the show real soon. But like I tell you guys, if you ever want to watch the show and you don't know when I'm live and you guys don't, you have to be in the Discord. I literally announce in the Discord when I'm live, when I'm going, everybody announces it. And they'll put a link of the video, you click it, and you're there. Discord's completely free. It costs you nothing at all. Just click on the link, join the Discord, and it's free. That's all I can tell you. I'm never going to charge you for Discord. I'm never going to charge you for the info we give out here. And I give out more info than everyone else that's charging something. Just remember that. You bet. Hustle to get more GameStop. Absolutely. Oldies but goodies. Oh, yeah. Do the Hustle. Hey, guys, Do the Hustle is one of the best tracks of all time. I didn't know about it till I was like maybe 8 or 9. My dad was like, hey, we're doing disco night. Like, hey, I got to get my disco playlist. And I was like, okay. He's like, oh, I got my track. I got to Do the Hustle. And I was like, what is this? It has no lyrics, Dad. There's no words. Why do we even like this? This shit is dumb. Here I am as a grown man, just do the hustle. Shit was awesome. Simple chronic diarrhea is in the house. Huh? I was like, how do you know about my life? Bros, I ate that ceviche this morning. Ooh, wee. Oh, because I'm drinking tapatio and I'm eating the mayo at the same time. I'm wild on ceviche. You guys can't even see me. I don't know what to tell you, bros. Like, I can't explain it. I have all the chips, the tostadas. I have everything over here. Bro, I ate the whole bag. I break it. I'm an animal. I just break it open on the middle. I don't even care. You can't see me. My wife's going to make me clean all that up before I get up out of here. Anyway, what's happening, Marantz and the Elitist? There we go. Much love, brother. Merry Christmas. Ron, I really appreciate that. Merry Christmas, man. The new intro is fire. Push in. That intro is the old intro on my old computer. Trust me, man. I used to have crazy stuff. I've lost so much by changing computers and I had to buy a new one and fried my other one. I'm okay, though. You know what? People have the memories in their hearts. That's what they have. So I'm good with it, man. I've forgotten more about YouTube and GameStop than some people ever know. You had to be there. I used to do Spaces calls on Twitter. You guys know that's the thing for everybody. Oh, they're doing Spaces call. I'd do a Spaces call, and I'd have 1,000 people there on Twitter Spaces. You tell me who has 1,000 people right now on Twitter Spaces. None of them do. Bill Pulte can't even pull 1,000. I would have 1,000 people in there, and I was spitting that shit. AMC Safe Space, come on down. Yeah. Then my account got blocked and banned. And I said, the hell with Twitter. How are you going to... There was 3 people blocked and banned on Twitter. Me, Donald Trump, and I can't remember the third one right now. But it was me, Donald Trump, and somebody. So why are we blocked and banned? Oh, because I was, pushing out the right info. That's when I knew I was going down the right path. But it kind of deterred me for a little bit. And then I started a new account, and I'm like at 3,600 people. I'm not much. I don't really post on Twitter. I post the videos. That's it. Marantz, what's up, people? Looking good, bro. Trying. I don't know. My wifey bought me all these shirts. She bought me a shirt, and I didn't know how to take it, bros. It says, the risk I took was calculated, but unfortunately, I'm bad at math. It's a black shirt with gray on it. I thought it matched with my hat. That's all it was. That's why I wore it. Thought it matched with my hat. All right. GameStop, with your CEO so bright, won't you guide my slate tonight? Oh, God. People already clicking on the channel, don't know how to come in and talk? That's normal. Don't worry. You click on the top of the chat, guys. You're going to come right to the chat and talk to me, and we'll see what you guys have to say. Hit the like button, everybody. Thank you so much for that. 104 likes already, and we're killing it. We had 800 people here so far. Not bad. GameStop, yes, thank you. Love the GME hustle. Thank you, Robert. Me too. Everyone hit that like button. Thank you, guys. So much easier to catch the man live, the myth, the legend live, when you were a member of the Discord. Yeah, thank you. Joe got done over. Yeah, it's terrible, bros. Carter's Corner Pocket, just heading home from the mountains now. We'll try the recipe tomorrow. I know these guys are baking recipes. I don't know everything. I don't read all the Discord. You guys, good for you guys. Yes, we are, Justin. Yes, we are. Marantz, we are with you. Thank you, Justin. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Thank you. Quest Diagnostics. I don't know. Welcome to Marantz Rantz, Michael Tucker. Thank you. Shane Morris says, made it home just in time to catch the stream. Let's go. Yeah, I agree. What's up for the Balkans, family? Hey, Donko, that's where my dad was? I don't even know where my dad was, but you're out there where he was. I saw you traveling or whatever. You're crazy, bros. That ain't me. I here to fight Melties and chew bubblegum. I'm all out of bubblegum. Walking in, smashing the like button, guys. The same a GameStop smashing profit margins. Yes, it is the same. Absolutely. Carter, Sharon, Death. Oh, thank you. You're saying good. You're saying hi to everybody. None of them deserve the S&P. No, they don't, Ms. Stillman. They do not. GameStop's going to get into the S&P 500. I don't know when, and I don't know how. I'm just letting you know. I used to say this 2 years ago. I used to say GameStop's a profitable company, and everybody made fun of me. Everybody said I didn't know how to read a balance sheet. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's okay, guys. Every now and then I just look in the mirror. I don't know if you guys do it, but I look in the mirror all the time. I just look. And I go, you got that shit, bro. Like I did it the other day. I was in front of my house. I got out of my truck. I looked at my house. And I put my hands up. And I just looked at it. Gave it like an air hug. I was like, you did that shit. That's what I'm doing right now. About Supermicro computers round tripping, Nvidia falling apart, the whole market coming crashing down. I'm over here. He says, I'm over here blanking my stock. I can't read that, Einstein. I can't read that, Einstein. That is ridiculous, bro. Oh, I can't, man. All right, in the chat, on the channel right now, is a young man by the name of Elon Musk fan. How you doing, sir? What's going on?
What's going on, Marantz?
Dude, it's been so long, and you can't disguise your voice very well, so.
Yo, what's up? What's going on, Marantz? What's going on, bro?
I'm doing well. Obviously, I'm doing a lot better than you've been doing over the last year.
I've just been DCAing into AMC stock. It's pretty good stock, you know.
And you know what's the best part about this? Because I remember you from the last time you called from years and years ago, right? And
yeah.
the best part about this is, as we have this conversation, I can absolutely tell you that you need to get a life. You really need to, because you find fun in trolling and trying to provoke people. But the only person on this internet that's ever going to give you a platform is a guy like me. But the guy like me has had enough of nonsense from you children. Is that fair?
Hey, Marantz, I mean, to give you
I don't even want to hear you say to give you credit, to give you props. I don't want to hear you say, you know what, Marantz, you were right. You know what, I've learned a lot from you. I don't want anything. Your life is infinitely more lonely right now. You're banned forever. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. There are some people in here who take this investment very serious, and I'm one of them. But it's time for you meltdowners, for all you little groupies on other stocks, you guys need to grow up and let it go. You want to meet me on the right day? Today's the right day. I don't have time for bullshit. I put so much heart and effort into the channel, into the content, to making sure that I'm as incredible as can be. The integrity has to be there. I don't have time to entertain you. These guys couldn't imagine what it takes to put together one PowerPoint presentation, let alone to do it in 2 hours, 3 hours, and just grind. Oh, all the bills are paid. All the food's in. Gas is in the tank. Emails to bosses and employees alike. Taking all the phone calls from kids and employees. All day long. Phone never stops. I got 1,000 DMs. I got 29,000 emails I haven't read. I'm busy. Guys over here telling me some nonsense around here, dudes. I can't with these guys, man. Look at this. What did it say up in the left-hand corner up here? 28,732. That's just on Marantz. How about we go to the next one? 4,613. Yeah, I don't have time to read 32,000 emails. And why? Because people just text and write and email. I mean, all day long, my Discords pop, 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 pop. Twitter, DMs all day. TikTok, I got 17,000 over there. DMing, boom, 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 about video, about my brother, about whatever. I got family. I got like 400 employees. What do you guys want me to do? Sit here and talk to this clown on the Discord? About how he doesn't have money in the play, but yet he wants to be aware of it? Just thank me, bro. Give me a thumbs up. All right? Like and subscribe. That's all you got to do. Anyway, back to the stock. Back to us. There we go. Don't make another account. What's up, Kid Caribou? How you doing? That's my guy. That's a guy I like. Dropping a like.
My bad.
Oh, no, you're good, kid. Don't even worry about it. What's going on?
Just another Saturday night.
Amongst other things. I
loved,
don't get to watch too much.
I love Part 82.
Who's that?
I'm still getting ads.
Oh, okay, cool. You know, it's crazy. I was watching. I don't know if you saw the part where the CEO.
I love Part 82.
Oh, part 82. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Supermicro Computers, their CEO, he makes more than all of GameStop's executives combined. I just thought I'd put that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was digging, bros. I was digging. So that's what I was doing. So
Looked like you were digging most of the day.
yeah, all day. It says right here, Greg Houston says, we appreciate your DD and giving us the real news. Thank you. We appreciate you, bro. Yeah, thanks, bros. I mean, where else are you guys going to watch the real news? We are the real news. You, me, you, us. That's the way it works. You can't watch mainstream media. They lie. They lie all the time. Blows me away. Blows me away. You know what blew me away today, guys? And some of you guys that pay attention to sports, maybe you don't. There's a coach out there by the name of Mike Brown. And Mike Brown grew up playing basketball. He was drafted. He played. He was coached by Greg Popovich, or he was a coach under Greg Popovich, under Rick Carlisle. He's been around all the great coaches, right? Mike Brown's also been an NBA champion with the Golden State Warriors. He also coached LeBron. He coached the Lakers. And Mike Brown was the coach of the year a year and a half ago for the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento Kings, who are their owner, crazy investment world that he's been a part of, but they fired their coach last night after their team lost in the final seconds of a game. They're on a 5-game losing streak, and they fired their coach. And their coach is Mike Brown, and you fired him, and he just got coach of the year a year and a half ago. So a year and a half ago, he's the best coach in basketball. Actually, he sent Sacramento to the playoffs for the first time in 16 years. And they fire him because he's having a bad run. Because his players didn't close out on a three-pointer correctly. What the hell's that got to do with him? The part that pisses me off is that the guy had a job, he had a career, he had, who knows what he sacrifices to be there in that moment. And then to get a phone call to say, we're going to let you go. We're going a different route. And it's not very respectful, it's not very professional. But who's better than Mike Brown? Who's available that has more experience? And yet he was just the one you relied on, and then you let him go. And I tell you guys this because if you're going to run your business this way, and if you're going to invest the way these guys run their business, you should be aware. For you to go ahead and make a change, because you lost 5 games in a row and you're having a bad run at the start of the season, you're not a GameStop investor. You couldn't handle these markets. Bullshit-ass Sacramento Kings GM and CEO and owner, fake-ass dudes. They couldn't handle what's happening right now. But it triggered me this morning. It triggered me this morning because I felt bad for the man. But then it made me think about all of these CEOs, all the chairmen of the boards, all these shareholders, these general partners and these limited partners. And it made me think, what the hell are they going to do when they start losing? You see, you could be the Ivy League kid. You could be the valedictorian of your high school. That could have been you. The nerd that finally made it and made so much money in the stock market and investing in banking and venture capitalism and private equity. You could have made so much money that now you can buy anything and everything you want. You can buy the respect from your bullies. You can buy a new hairline. You can buy new shoes and make you think you're cool. What are you going to do when you start losing? What heads are going to roll? What parts are they willing to chop off to survive? This market is going to get corrected soon. You can't stay at the levels we're at. And we say this every time. And I'm asking you, Nvidia, because you guys made the announcement on your earnings report. Nvidia said that the infrastructure of AI is going to cost $5 trillion more. They're going to actually get $5 trillion more of this market cap, addressable market cap. How? Where did the $5 trillion come from, and what are you giving up to get it? Just because you picked a price? I'm going to be GameStop. .com bubble, little company called Amazon that used to sell books, transitioned and started selling everything. And they survived the .com bubble. Look at them now. I don't know what GameStop's going to be. I don't know how big they're going to get, and I don't know what Ryan's calling, what his plan is. Because you never know, like, the opportunities that come your way. But you just got to make sure you're ready for them. You got to make sure you're Tom Brady. You got to make sure you're willing to go in and start and win and be the best you can be. GameStop right now, this investment that nobody talks about, makes a profit, has zero debt, has $4.6 billion cash, waiting for the opportunity of a lifetime. And those opportunities are going to be forged in times of weakness, in doubt, when everyone else is screaming and kicking. Because, you see, I'm going to tell you guys something about maybe even yourself. Because I see a lot of similarities in myself. And this thing called the internet, stock bros, us, finfluencers. I remember when I was the smallest man on the block. And nobody would talk to me. And I thought that was a problem. And I was like, man, they don't even acknowledge the channel and the info we give. Whatever, man. Now I'm to the point where I don't want any of their attention. I don't reach out to anybody for an interview. I don't try to partner up with anybody. Nope, I don't want anything. I want to stick to myself. Because you know what happens when GameStop is taken out of the equation? When GameStop's taken out of the equation for what the problem is with the markets, and they say meme stocks and all this, all of those other stocks are going to start killing themselves. They're going to start going at each other when the common enemy is removed. When we take the ball away, what are they going to do then? GameStop's going to be different. GameStop is different. But when you take out the one thing out of the whole equation they all want to fight for, they want to fight with, you no longer can fight with us. You have to start fighting each other. And that's when the real fireworks happen. When all these financial institutions start fighting each other. Because it's going to be a survival of the fittest. It's going to happen, guys. .com bubble happened before. This AI bubble is happening now. And there are certain companies that sit on the sidelines that have nothing to do with it that are going to thrive and win. The housing financial crisis, the greater financial crisis I call it, had nothing to do with Tesla. But because people couldn't make their car payments, because people lost their homes and they were willing to give up their vehicles for their homes, the auto industry had to get saved. And the auto industry could not compete with a startup company that was getting funding for doing something different. And Tesla won 11 years later. Today, ladies and gentlemen, our housing crisis is not a crisis. There's so much equity in people's homes that people feel secure on one thing. If this all goes down, I could sell my house. I'm going to have some money. I'm okay. I got equity, bud. All based off of what? Interest rates being sky high. You got equity. That's the difference from '08 to now. Now when it crashes, what are people going to do? I got a house to sell. You got assets to burn, right? Let them burn. Let's see who's really willing to live out of a cardboard box. Some of us won't have to. Some of us own the hedge to it all. Can I show you? Check it out. Here's a chart. Here's a chart right here for semiconductor and Supermicro computers. But this is Nvidia. And I want to show you the monthly chart. This is how bad it is for the world. This company that everyone has been calling a darling for so many years because of gaming graphic cards. Oh, trust me, all the gamers in the world, we've known Nvidia for years. But the world didn't find out who they were till 2024, apparently. Till 2024, when you look at the volume down here, look at the screen, guys. The volume candles are there. That's the world buying in. You can only buy in so much because as the price goes up, the volume goes down. This is the hedge, right? This is 2024, March of 2024. The end of March. April. Huh. So let me get this right. Everybody took all their money and hedged something since April. Can I go to that something? Just for all my people. There's a stock here that miraculously rocketed when everyone's trying to buy something to counter it. I'll just be crazy. But the price of GameStop went from $9.95 all the way to $32, $60, $80. Hedge it all you want. Mr. Caribou. I think you're still there. Dark Knight's been doing a lot of typing. They gave him a timeout.
I am here.
Yeah, well, this guy got a timeout because he's typing a lot. That is cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, anyway, I was going to say goodnight to you.
Speak to me.
I was going to say goodnight to you because I'm going to be getting out of here, and I want to get some sleep, and I want to eat something before I go to bed. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching me for 2.5 years. Look at this. Right here, Expensive Bad says, "What's up, Marantz? Watching you for 2.5 years, holding strong." That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm out of bubble gum. That's cool.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys tonight. I hope you guys like the show. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like and subscribe. Do your thing. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget, it's the end of the year coming up. So I want you to enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your new year. Pray for me. Pray for you. I will. And like I said, big news coming my way personally. And when I know, you'll know. And we'll go from there. And I love everybody, man. I do. Thank you again, Kid Caribou. I appreciate you always jumping in the chat and hanging out with me for a little bit.
Hey, Marantz, I got news for you.
Yes, sir.
I took the job. Job.
Oh, congratulations. Well, then you're going to have to watch me on Rewind a lot.
Yeah. I'll try to see you when I can.
That's okay.
But it actually gives me more money to throw into GME.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Oh, I'm very excited.
I mean,
this month I'm paying off my car. So
there you go.
I'm really excited about that money coming my way. And so like whenever I have payments like that, hold on. That song's ready to go, bro. The minute I click, it's just gone. No, but anyway, Whenever I have payments on something and I finish them, I keep that money allotted for the payment and I just put it towards something else or whatever. It's like I always feel like I'm always working on that. So, but appreciate you, man. I really do, and I hope that hope I get to see you again real soon, Kid Caribou. I hope you come to the channel. We've
Yeah,
got,
when do you broadcast next?
I never know. I never know. It's whenever I feel like it at the house. But tomorrow, Sunday, the day before the market opens, more than likely I'll have a stream tomorrow night. Just depends how I feel. I'm exhausted, like I told you. I'm emotionally spent
Yeah.
and I'm physically exhausted. But like I don't have time to I want to work out today. Is it 8 o'clock already? Damn, it's 8 o'clock at night. And I gotta work. I gotta get up in a couple hours. So yeah, I'll be all right. But I really appreciate you guys so much, and I'll follow up with you guys again. So if you hang out on the Discord, you'll know when I'm going live because I put the link in there and I tag everybody. So thank you guys so much. Love everybody. Good night. Sweet dreams. Marantz Rantz on YouTube. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'll see you around Millionaires. And yes, I am going to play Janet Jackson because this song's been in my head for like a day or two. Let's go get it.